fancy gear, just a podcast underground. Cheap mics buzzing, webcams blurry. Put it out there, no need to worry. Fine K66.9 is no joke. Audio so rough, makes your ears choke. But they keep talking, voices ain't broke. Budget keys, microphones stroke. We ain't got cash, just passion black. Audio crack. Rock this podcast. Crack the podcast. Crackling audio, background invite. Authentic sound in the dead of the night. Listeners tune in, nothing's ever tried. Raw and pretty, not pristine or light.
What's up, everybody?
There we go.
Thank you for joining us. This is Budget Podcasting with Clay and Kevin. I am Clay.
And I'm Kevin.
How's everybody doing?
Doing good, man. How about yourself? Have you had yourself a decent week?
Yeah, you could say it's been a week. It's been a long month this week.
I believe it. I believe it. Oh, man.
Coded Crusader, that is my son.
Oh, how's up, Coded? How's it going, man? We got Red Cabin Acoustics in the house. We got Just Stevo in the house. How's it going,
What's up,
everybody?
Steve?
Thank you for watching.
What's up, Joe?
This episode is all about lighting.
The budget way.
The budget way, yes, because that is the only way we can do
Yeah.
anything. Because neither one of us has that flow, has that cash.
No. Look at my Coded Crusader. Sick beard. He's talking about yours because he knows what mine looks like.
Thank you, man. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. All right, guys. So since we're talking about lighting, I want to start off by showing my setup, the way I have everything lit on me. This is all the lights that are on me now. I have 3 lights. I have one right here that is basically just pointed down. I have one up here that's pointed slightly away from me, and then I have another one that's pointed down, and this is what it looks like right here. That is what it looks like. Please excuse the mess on the
says
desk.
Mess. Oh my God.
That is a huge mess.
You should see mine.
Oh my God, look at all those wires everywhere. Okay, I'm going to take this off the screen. But that is what my lighting looks like. I have invested in some small key lights a while back while they were on Amazon, fairly cheap. And that is my current lighting setup. It is just your basic lights on freaking boom arms to where I can adjust things.
Mm-hmm.
That is, and I think at the time, each one of these was like $20, and I bought them over time. Like I just started with like 2,
Right.
and then I actually had another one. I had another one. I don't know where it went, but I got 3 now to where I can light things up. If I wanted to change some of the mood, if I wanted to brighten myself up a little bit, I can with this one light. Or if I wanted to light up the other side of my face, I could do that easily, quick and easy. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
And when we say lighting, we're not talking about our backgrounds. We're talking about what lights up our face, this beautiful image that you see. That's what we're talking
Oh
about.
man,
How we do that.
we got Aaron in the house, all the way from Australia. So we have
Nice.
reached international viewers. Everybody, we have reached international. How's it going, man? I hope you're dancing down there with the koalas and kangaroos. So, and
Watch
stay
out,
away
man.
from the stay away from the
Some
tarantulas.
some of them kangaroos got muscles. So they
They do. They do. They do. They do. So Clay, we're going to show Clay's lighting setup, the what
Yeah.
he has. So I'm going to go ahead and do that for you
so
real
simple.
quick.
I'm
Man.
embarrassed.
Oh no, it's
So
perfectly
this
fine.
this is a light that I bought. I got 2 of them for $30
Mhm.
like 2 years ago. They're just
Mhm.
cheap, that newer brand.
Mhm.
I don't even use both of them. I just use one. I aim it at the wall, and the light cascades back, and that's it. And then I've got one other fill light that I use if I want to be a little less intimate, and it'll light up the other side of my face. But that's it's like 160 LED.
And that's the a close up of the one we just showed right here, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know. It's on one. It hasn't switched yet.
Oh, sorry.
Now this is the funny thing. This is a little desk lamp that I have a piece of parchment paper over, and I aim it at the back of a TV that just happens to be white. And once we go back to showing me, I'll show you what that light does. But this is, that's the close up. There you go.
Okay.
And you can see I just bought like a wall mount, mounted it to the wall. It's a regular light mount.
Yeah, and like I say, if you want to do lighting like this, a lot of times indirect lighting is probably the best way to go. If you want a softer kind of to where you put shadows on your face, to where you get a little bit more depth
Yeah.
look to yourself. Indirect to where you're bouncing things off walls, or you got a big light. Now, if you want to use a big light, I would only suggest one light, like a softbox, and
Yeah.
I'll have an example of that soon. What's up, Broken Brain? How's
What's
it
up,
going?
Eric? How you doing? And you want, if you're going to do those really big lights, you're definitely going to want a good diffuser, whether it's one of those
Mhm.
grids, or a combination of like a regular diffuser panel in front of it with the grid. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
you want to make sure you grid those up. Or
Amazon
say?
does have a lot of LED lights, but they don't have really good diffusion on them. So you want to be careful what you're getting for your light. And if at all possible, stay away from lights like this. This to me is not a light I would ever buy. A ring light. You don't want a ring light. I mean, back in the day, that's what people think of when they think of lighting, because they've seen so many TikToks and stuff like that with the ring light. You get the circle on your eyes or glasses or whatever.
If that's specifically what you want and you want those circles, then by all means use a ring light.
Yeah.
But if you want good lighting, those aren't it.
It's harsh. That type of
Mhm.
lighting will get harsh. You'll get blowouts, like your forehead will be lit up to where you'll lose a lot of definition in areas of your face, your nose, and stuff like that. It'll just be too washed out. You want a nice even tone. Like if you see Clay and myself right here, we got sort of an even tone to ourselves. There's not really blowouts. I have a little spot right here, but you're gonna have something. Yeah, you're
Right there.
always gonna have a
little,
little spot.
yeah.
Unless when you're going budget anyway, because it's just the way that goes.
Right.
Ring lights are used incorrectly and that's very accurate. That's very accurate. That's why I say stay away from them, because a lot of people want to put the ring right in front of them, and they want to mount the camera right in the center of it, and that's just no.
Yeah.
No. Plus ring lights don't have enough surface area to really get a good diffusion. They're putting too much light out to fill everything to where it's gonna blow everything up.
Right.
Good day, Broken. How's things? Okay. I love to see that people are talking amongst each other in chat.
Mhm.
I love that. So definitely stay away from a ring light. Clay, do you have any type of suggestion other than what we have that may work for a budget lighting setup?
I do. We've talked about it before. I made a set years ago. I don't know what I did with them. I don't use them anymore, but I think they're called can lights. And you could get them at like Home Depot, sometimes even at Walmart in the hardware section. And they're those, I don't have any pictures pulled up if you wanted, there you go. Those right there with a bright, like a daylight LED bulb. And then you can stretch over. I used a white t-shirt and rubber bands, and I just stretched a white t-shirt over the front of them and rubber banded on. And those actually worked great I used them for a while.
And did you use that directly on you, or did you bounce it off of a wall?
At the time, I didn't know any better, and I had it aimed right at me.
With the right diffusion, that will work. If you don't have the light up too bright, that's one thing you got to play with too. Like, none of my lights are up full blast. I have them down just slightly because, like I said, you don't want blowouts. You don't want to overexpose yourself. You don't want overexposure. You want to keep things nice and even to where you get all the definition, all the color. Like, you don't want to be washed out white. You want the camera, whatever camera you're using, webcam, since we talked about those last week, you definitely want those to be able to pick up all the color in your face, all the definition. You don't want to be washed out.
No, I mean, it's just I don't. That's what I've learned. Even when I did a little bit of photography for a while, and I never ever. I hate when people use flash. I used flash all the time, but I had a variable speed flash that I could aim somewhere else and bounce that light so that the light would just be nice and soft.
Very nice. Yeah, and it's good lighting can be easy if you're gonna stream or podcast during the day. You can use a window if you'd like a window to get some natural light in, but again, clouds and stuff that can change your lighting as well.
Yeah. Yep.
So be aware of that if you're using a window for lighting, which that would be free lighting if
correct. And it does work, but it needs to be consistent in order to use it.
Correct.
I personally, in my studio, I opted to not use that. I actually put blackout curtains up. I pinned them down so that they're flat against the window. I don't want any light leaking in because I want to have full control over my lighting day or night.
I'm the same way.
Yep.
I have a window right here that I actually have some blackout material on it as well. It's not curtains. It's like a blackout you put around the edge. And a lot of that is because heat coming in because I'm in Texas.
Yeah.
I'm just to diffuse some of that as well. But
you don't want the heat coming in.
Oh my God, no. But yeah, be careful if you're using a window, make sure that, it's not going to be an overcast day. Make sure it's going to be a sunny day.
Right.
And stuff like that. But speaking of softboxes, this is what we're talking about when we're talking about a softbox. I've used these before and they do work really well. You just got to be careful where you position them and things of that nature because they work, but the lighting itself, if you have it too close, you want to make sure that lighting is turned way down. You want to make sure that it's more above you than right on. You want it to come down on you. Like if you notice the lights that Clay had and you notice my lights, they're kind of above and shining down. You don't want anything eye level because if you have things eye level, it can take away your field of view because the light's shining in your eyes. And if you're wearing glasses or something like that,
glare.
You'll get glare. Like I'm getting glare now, but that's only from my computer.
Typically what I do is I've got, like he just said, it's above. It's at about 45 degrees from center, and it casts down onto me from probably 3 feet. Yeah, about 3 feet off the desk, up off the desk.
Yeah, I'm guessing 2 to 3 feet, maybe 4 for that one. No, 3. I'm over exaggerating. I'm a man. I'm overdoing numbers, measurements. I'm overdoing the measurement. I'm overdoing the measurement.
Yeah. Oh, another thing that I was wanting to connect to the lighting situation
Mhm.
is because Kevin just said something about his glasses. Sometimes you'll see me wearing glasses. Um, Black out everything you can on your screens. I actually have recorded entire videos and then went back and looked at them and was disgusted by how they looked because my screen, whatever web browser or tab that I had open, was a white background, and it was adding light that I didn't want. So to prevent that and to prevent that glare on my glasses, I run everything, every single window I have, internet browsers, um, whatever it is I'm using, is everything's blacked out.
Yeah, I don't know if I can turn this internet browser dark mode. I'll have to play with it. I never even thought about internet browser, but the program we're using, I have in dark mode.
Hmm.
The only white that I have is the border, the top border, and you can still see it in my glasses right in here.
Yeah.
But it's just one of those things that I'm having to deal with. Um, I don't think anybody out there. I don't think anybody out there would notice it or care. But as a content creator, you always want the crispest, cleanest look,
Yeah.
and I notice it. So
Yeah.
it's more for me than anybody else.
Yeah. Well, that's me. I want it to sound good and look good as I can do on
Mhm.
the budget that I have. So that's what we're here for. That's what we're talking about.
Exactly. Speaking of sounding good, I know we're doing lighting, but we are both on the 5-core retro mic tonight. If anybody is curious,
Yep. I am running an enhancement through the Vocaster hub. I've got it on radio, and on my radio setting in the Vocaster, I've actually tweaked it a little bit. So that's what I'm using with the 5-core.
I think I'm on clean, maybe warm. I'm either on clean or warm with some enhancements.
Those tend to be your favorites.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So that is what we're on audibly. Does any I don't know. Do we have anything else that has to do with lighting?
No, not at the moment.
No. If anybody has any question, now it's time to just take questions and hang out.
Mhm.
So that's one of the things I really like about this podcast. I like
my
having a
favorite part.
subject. It is mine too, to tell you the truth. I like having a subject matter to talk about, whether it be lighting and stuff like that, how to do decent lighting. And well, here's a lighting tip. Like Clay said, Clay has one light on one side and he has a little fill light.
Oh, that's
I
right. I was going to show them that.
Yeah, show your little fill light real quick.
So that's
And see,
it's got 3 settings. That's high. This is where I usually put it, which is medium,
mhm.
and then this is low, and then that's off.
And your lighting can I won't say make or break, but it can set the mood. Your
Mhm.
lighting can set the mood for what you want your video to be. Like if I could do this right here, and now it's a little bit more intimate, a little
Yep.
bit
Yep.
more, closer to you. I'm talking to you guys and only you. I'm talking to only you. But if I put it back this way, the way I had it, I'm a little bit more lit. Now I'm talking to everybody. I'm talking to everybody.
Yeah.
I'm talking to, the broad spectrum of people. Your lighting can make or break. And like I said, Clay, the way he had his to where he can brighten his up to where it's it's to where he's, talking to everybody. It's more of a, I don't even know what the word would be. Not, I wouldn't say professional look, but it's more of a uh, balanced look with the fill
Right.
light. More balanced, I should say.
Let me go back to Red Cabin Acoustics. If you're
Mhm.
using lights that create any heat, use heat-proof color media and/or diffusion.
Yes.
I just want to
Definitely.
make sure everybody. We went back a little bit. Those were just all saying hi. I'm not sure what he means. He says, make sure you close any browsers that might get you on the FBI watch list. Okay, we'll remember that one.
And good tip. Good tip.
Is Kevin excited for the new Superman movie? He sees Soup's figs behind you.
Oh, I'm a big Superman guy, man. I'm a huge Superman guy. And yes, I am. I'm excited. I'm one of the few people that actually like the suit. Now, the only thing I don't like about the new suit is the collar. Other than that, I like everything about the new suit.
Coded Crusader is big into comics. He's
I
Yeah.
used to be.
he's
I used
into
to be.
all of that. He's got shelves with like hardback comic books all lined on the shelves.
I have a few hardbacks. I have a few. Paperbacks. I got a few. Mostly,
Yeah.
as a matter of fact, it's all DC. I'm a
He
DC
sent-
guy.
He sent me a Hellboy that I still have yet to read it fully. Dude, this comic book is amazing. It's black
Mhm.
fabric hardback with gold inlaid lettering on the front.
Oh man,
Yeah,
that sounds nice.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have to bring that and put it somewhere.
I'm actually looking for bookshelves to go in behind me, right in here.
Yeah.
Just you won't be able to really see them because my big head will be in the way.
Mhm.
But I want to put some books in there.
The
Yeah.
library edition. That's what he's got. He's got a library right behind him.
I used to read comics, and then I ended up losing my job, and I just haven't been back to the comic book store, and that was about a year ago. I've recently, well, not recently. I got me a new job. I just haven't went back to the comic book store to renew everything. So
Right. So
I
Aaron
love comics.
says, "Sorry, this is off subject, but how did you and Clay know each other, and what's the weather like?"
all right, I'll enter the weather one first. The
Go ahead.
weather here. Matter of fact, I'm gonna look to get an actual current. The weather is currently 95 degrees here in Texas, but feels like 108.
Oh,
Feels like
God.
108. Yeah.
It is 70 degrees in Connecticut. It was hot. It was about 84 or so this afternoon, but up here, as soon as the sun goes down, it just starts cooling off right away.
Okay, and we know each other because Clay put out a podcast. Clay has another podcast called The Chronicles with
The
Clay Allen.
Chronicles. Yep.
The Clay, yeah, I'm dyslexic. Sorry, the Clay Allen Chronicles, and he put out a creators supporting creators type of podcast. He uploaded it's inspirational, and I reached out and we found out that we both like microphones and podcasting, and we just
All kinds of
sort of grew
dorky,
from there.
geeky stuff. So
Yeah, he's a Marvel guy. I'm a DC guy.
Yeah.
It's we like that type of stuff.
Yeah. Joe says, "Come to Cleveland and visit the Superman house."
I wanted to.
So
I
I
want to.
Superman's house is in Cleveland.
They have the world's largest Superman statue in Cleveland, or is it Illinois?
Where
Maybe
where
Illinois.
was I? I was when I drove truck, and it wasn't in. I ended up in some. I think it was called Metropolis.
Mm-hmm.
And do you know where that's at? What state that was in?
I think that's Illinois. I think it's Illinois.
I think it was. And there was all kinds of stuff about Superman in that town. It was so neat.
Yeah, Illinois. And Coda Crusader says, "Damn, Florida ain't no better." Hey, I'm in Texas now, and I left Florida 2.5 years ago. So, and I grew up and was raised and lived there for 40 years. So, I know all about Florida.
Yep.
Florida is muggy.
He's right in my hometown. My parents are there. He's down there. All of my relatives that are connected to me through my mom, everybody's there
Okay.
except me.
Hey, all my family's in Florida too. So
Yeah.
I was ready to go. I was ready to go.
Joe says some of those books are referred to as graphic novels for good reason.
Mm-hmm.
Is he's talking about the hardbacks is what I was talking about?
Yeah.
Or yeah.
The hardbacks, even when some of them get released in chapters, like you'll have chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. Like I have the Batman. Trying to think of the name of it. Batman Damned. Batman Damned. I have chapter 1, 2, and 3. And one of my books was a recalled book because it has a picture. It is the first time that they started doing something kind of for adults, and there's a picture of the Batawang in there, like it's Batman's wang. Just
Oh God, wang.
yeah,
Not a wing,
yeah,
a wang.
yeah, it's the Batawang. Yeah, and I didn't know it was in it when I bought the book. I started reading it, and I flipped to that page, and I'm like, whoa,
Yeah, I didn't need to see that one.
yeah,
He
yeah,
said they're filming in Cleveland right now.
they are the new Superman movie.
The kids that invented Superman are from Cleveland. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Or were from Cleveland. The Bat Dick.
I prefer to call it the Batawang. You know,
The Batawang.
the Batawang.
Yeah, yep, no problem, Aaron. He was just saying thanks for
Not a
our little
hey,
backstory.
not a problem. Not a problem.
All right, guys, you guys need to throw some comments in here, some questions.
Yeah, questions. Do you have any questions about what we do, lighting? It really can be anything at all at this point. Floor is open. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Coded. They did remove them. And they got recalled. A lot of them were supposed to be sent back.
Yeah.
Not mine. Mine.
Yeah,
It's actually worth about. Last time I looked, it was about $55. I'll have to check again, but
Yeah. Man, I'm missing that intro music.
oh, who caught the intro, guys? Who caught the intro?
I love that. It is so great. I don't know if anybody would mind commenting and saying if they heard it, if they listened, if they noticed, and what kind of vibe they felt from it. Because I love that vibe, man. That was just I don't know.
It was
What did
just a
he
good
say?
vibe.
It's smaller than you think.
Oh, Coded.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, me and him had talked about doing something like this with comics, but we just haven't put it to fruition yet. I heard
Peter
Peter
McKinnon
McKinnon
vibes.
vibes.
It has a very blues sound, and believe it or not,
Oh,
it is
yeah.
it is completely AI generated. Right down to the lyrics. I put in some prompts and
Yeah.
completely AI
Dude, I'm really
generated.
disturbed that your AI does as much as it does, and yours is free, correct?
Yeah, it was free.
I pay for Chat GPT 4 that I get I get the image producing, I get all of
Mhm.
that. You come up with some better images that spell correctly and it
Well,
makes songs.
No, this is a different. This one's a different app than the one I use for images.
Yeah, he's right. They're taking our jobs.
That,
This is what
oh,
this is what I was talking. He feels strongly about this.
oh, Coded.
Yeah, we have this discussion all the time.
Listen,
He's not wrong.
no, I fully believe that content creators are going to start using AI as their content soon because they can tweak it without having to put in the actual camera time.
All right.
But that said, I do microphone reviews, I do movie reviews, I don't think people who are actually wanting to buy these products are going to listen to AI for their reviews, for their information. At least
That's the hope.
at least nobody in my generation is going to. I know that. I mean, my generation is like
I wouldn't.
FAI.
I
Yeah.
want to talk to, or I want to hear from somebody that's, yeah.
Real people want to
He's
hear
like,
real people.
I want AI to do my dishes so I can be creative. Yeah.
No, I get it.
Yeah. He doesn't want it to be creative so he can do dishes.
Dishes suck, man. Dishes
I do
suck.
dishes every day. Every day.
I unload the dishwasher every day.
And we
Does
don't
that
have
count?
a dishwasher. I wash them by hand. And my wife's a baker, so there's always stacks and stacks of cake pans and mixing bowls, and my way of contributing to help out is do all those dishes.
Oh no, I get it. I get it. Happy wife, happy life too.
Yeah.
So, definitely get that.
Yeah, because we all know happy spouse, happy house, happy spouse, whatever. Doesn't really,
Right.
that doesn't really work.
No. No one cares if the husband's happy.
No.
Wife has to be happy though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've actually been thinking about my lighting. I've been wanting to change. I've been wanting to get one of those big ones and put it right here with the grid and just have that one light on me. But then I'll lose some of the shadows and stuff like that. But I'm
Well-
curious.
You could use that big light. Just keep it to one side. Don't, you know what I mean?
Well, the problem with that is I think I only have room like right here in the corner because I have a corner desk. I'm too close to the wall. I think it'll be too much, too close. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It'll be too close. And I really don't want to move my desk back and all that. So I don't think it's worth it.
Let
for
me
that.
go, Aaron. He's asking if
Mhm.
says thank you. He appreciates what we do. He's asking if we have had stage fright or stage or screen fright.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
It took me, when I started getting serious was about 2 or 3 years ago, and it took me right up until this year before I could finally confidently just record something and put it to a video and get it posted without
Oh, yeah.
worrying.
Yeah, when I first started going live, like I did not want to do lives at all. When the first lives I ever did was on the Mod Squad, and you know when we started doing those, I didn't want to do them. Like I fought it. I fought it hard, and I'm like, well, we came a point in time to where we needed to get a show out, and we were late recording, and we're like, all right, we'll just do a live. And I did not want to do it. I did not want to hit that live button. I was scared. I'm like, what if I mess up? What if this? What if that? Then I realized it's live. Things like that happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roll with
It
the punches,
took, but
man.
it did. Yeah, it did take a while. But now I've done so many lives and stuff. It's like I'm good in front of the camera.
Even, not just talking about lives, but even recording when you're just by yourself,
Mm-hmm.
it's hard to find yourself in that, because your first instinct is to put on a bravado,
Mm-hmm.
and I find that it gets better for me. It gets better and better and better the more you stop doing that. When I record, and this is something Chris from Livestream Consultants has told me this before. He said that when I do my shows, he said, you look like you're talking to us, and we
Mhm.
feel like you're talking to us, because I will have a conversation looking at myself, but treating it like it's somebody else. And that's the easiest way for me to get past that. And it's worked so far.
Well, your first video that I ever saw of yours, it drew me in because I felt like you were talking to me. I felt like
See?
it felt authentic.
Mhm.
Everything you were saying felt authentic, and that's kind of what drew me in. When I first started doing lives, yeah, I was faking it until I was making it because I was nervous.
Mhm.
I was very nervous. I was doing all this. Hi guys, and
You're right.
way, and
Like, that's not you.
woo. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I am a laid back type guy. I tried. Yeah, sometimes I can be a little peppy and stuff like that, but I am a very, very
You
laid
are
back,
that
lazy guy.
cigar and glass of whiskey I saw.
I am a cigar whiskey, smoking some ribs type of guy.
Yeah, man.
That
I
is
was
me.
so jealous. Let me move on to the next one here. Coded
Mhm.
Crusader, what is y'all's hair light solution? I don't have one. I'm not using it. I do want to incorporate a hair light. I just haven't done it yet.
Bro,
There's no hair.
I am the wrong person to be asking that, homie.
Yeah. Well, Okay, so a hair light is not just for hair.
I know,
But
I
yeah,
know, I know. It's a it's a backfill light. It's a
it's
backfill light.
to
Yeah,
separate you from the background.
yeah.
But currently, I
I
just don't. I don't. I don't use it. I do
no,
want to incorporate one, but
I really kind of just use these little LEDs or these little lights right in here. Man, it's hard to do.
it is hard to do.
Yeah, these lights.
Yeah, the little glow ones behind your
Yeah, the little
figurines,
glow ones. Yeah.
your figures. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I do want to incorporate a hair light. I just haven't done it yet because I don't know where to put it. I don't want it cascading onto my background, so I kind of want to mount it in the ceiling and have it out of frame, but just behind me, so it's kind of lighting up the back side of my head to build
You
that
can get
separation.
You know what? Now that you mention it, you can get a can light, put it just off camera, and shine it at you.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like a good can light.
I don't know where I'd put it yet. Like I said,
But
that's why I haven't done it yet because I don't know
or
where to put it.
or put it on the floor behind you and shine it up. I mean,
I
nobody's
could
going
do
to see it
that.
that way. Yeah,
Could
no
do
one's
that.
going to see it that way. Yeah.
Knowing me, you know what I'd do? I back up and run right into it. Yeah, that's what I'd do. Yeah. Well,
Yeah. No,
go
no,
ahead.
no. Yeah, definitely. You could use a can light. You can use, um, just I would use something that shine. You could use a lamp. You can use a lamp as long as you can focus the light to where it's not going to really hit your background. You want it to focus more on shooting at you, but you don't want that light in camera.
Right.
I
Maybe I could
currently,
mount
like
it.
I
Maybe I
said,
could mount it on the wall directly behind my head. But then if I moved, you'd
you'd
see
see it.
it.
Yeah.
You know?
You could put it on is that a shelf, like a bookshelf right behind you?
Yeah, right where that cup is.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah, put it on
weird
one.
little shelf. You just can lean it up against the wall. It sits on the floor. It's like
Oh,
a
it's a
ladder.
ladder.
Kind of like a
You,
ladder.
c-
Yeah.
you could put it on one of those lower shelves and shine it up because you're not going to roll into it that way and you won't be able to see it.
I could do that. Yeah, I could do that.
Look at us coming up with solutions on the fly.
Right here, yeah. What
Yeah,
is
that's
Coded Crusader? What is a ball light? He said that's a ball light. Do you know what that is? I don't know what a ball light is. See, I don't know
no.
everything about this stuff. I just know what I know.
And this is, like I said, this is budget podcasting. This is from our experiences.
Mm.
Neither one of us are experts in this situation. We do know what works, but we may not know the name of it.
For your balls.
Yeah.
Oh, on the floor.
Oh,
So he's just bullshitting.
the ball light. Jeez.
Okay. Well, I actually have a ball light. If I here, wait.
Are you serious?
Yeah, because it's underneath my desk. It's right underneath, and it lights the floor up.
And hey, whatever works, man.
Dude, it's great because I can look under. You know, I don't know about you, but I got like a shit ton of cables underneath here.
I got stuff everywhere.
Yeah.
I think I have one of those lights as well.
Ooh, I
Hold
love
on.
these lights. I got some for my wife for her, like her where she does her cakes. They're great. Wait a minute, spin it around. Yeah, it's similar. So I got them at
Yeah.
Walmart. They're thin. Look at how thin they are. These things, and they're magnet.
Yeah, mine's not a magnet mount. Mine's not a
Ooh.
magnet mount.
See,
Oh, yeah, that's super thin. Yeah.
and
Oh,
they
wow.
they come with a little metal piece that goes on the back. They're rechargeable, so I can unplug them if I want. I just don't ever unplug them. And
Dude, that's super cool.
yeah, and they're $14. You get two of them. So, oh yeah, we're talking about lighting.
Yeah. We
This
are
is
talking about
not this
lighting.
is not for lighting my picture, but this is what I use for like lighting up the floor, and I love them, dude. They're great.
Actually, and you get it look like you get like a little underglow Like if you lean back a little bit.
Maybe I do.
Yeah, I can see it on your arm. I can see it on your arm.
Yeah,
right
yeah,
here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Never
So
noticed.
there's some lighting right there. There's
Yeah.
some lighting right there.
That's not even what I got them for, but there you go.
I actually got this one because when I was setting up my lighting, I thought this area right in here was a little dark. And I just adjusted my lights to where I don't
He said that's a goldenrod. Yeah, when I was fumbling around with it, it's got two settings. It's got a warm light and a cool light. There's no dimmer, like it does. You can't make it brighter or dimmer, but it does have the two choices of lights. So that's pretty neat. I like it for $15.
Can't beat that.
And they're just USB powered.
I actually got mine off of Temu, so
I've never actually bought anything off Temu.
Dude, all of these lights right here, Temu.
Really?
Yeah, all of those lights.
I've seen stuff, but I've never actually bought anything. I'm always like, I don't know.
Matter of fact, these two lights and these two lights are actually go into one plug. They're connected, so it's two lights and these are two lights, but they're just connected.
Right.
And this right here, this little ball, infinity ball, Temu.
Wow.
Temu. I've gotten a lot of stuff off of Temu, mainly because it is cheap. It is cheap, but like for lighting and stuff like that,
yeah,
I'm not hating on it.
I guess we could go into the stuff in the background. It is lighting. My blue light is just a Ulanzi tube light that's got like the full array of the RGB spectrum. You can go from 0% to 100% in brightness. You can change the color temperature. You can do anything you want with these. I'm not that good with it, so I picked a color I liked and I just leave it. And then these,
I like the blue.
Yeah. And then these, I'll take this one out, are little, they magnetize, and they've got a stand. Let me see if I can bring the stand over. So the stand, they magnetize, and that's how they charge.
That is a very cool freaking stand, by the way.
Dude, it's amazing. And it takes 4 lights, and you just pop them on, pop them off. And
I love that.
You mount your little metal piece, and there you go. And they there's a remote. It comes with this is like $30. It's got a remote, so you can dial in the brightness. You can turn them all off or turn them on. You can set them on timers so that they'll go off at a certain amount of time.
I like that your stand actually has a spot for the remote.
Yeah, it's got everything. Like
that is freaking awesome.
A little spot for the remote. Yeah,
Clay has all the cool things.
Well, I bought that for my wife for her cake decorating area, and they just didn't. She just it didn't work well for her. And I said, I know what I can use those for: accent lighting in the background.
There you go.
And they have another thing is the options for it is there's a switch, and you've got off, and then you've got auto, and you've got on, and the auto is motion sensor. So if the minute you get any motion near it, they come on.
Very cheap and very soft, not a joke.
Yes. I don't remember what we were talking about.
I think he's talking about a China ball, a paper Chinese lantern. We use them in film all the time. I was actually going to get Chinese, not Chinese, but it was rice paper lanterns. When I went to get these, I was actually going to get like a $17 lamps, and then I saw these. I'm like, no, I'm going to get these ones.
But he's right that those Chinese lanterns, those make excellent. Like you see you can't really see it because of our what you call it, our little logo right here in the middle. But behind that logo is my warm light that I have in the background. And those Chinese lanterns are excellent for that.
Hold on, there you go.
Oh, yep. Yeah, that light right there. I hate trying to point at things. It's so confusing. Yeah, those Chinese lanterns are also excellent for that right there.
We'll just do it that way.
Sure, whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm not.
Hey guys, while we got you here, why don't we just ask you which one you like better?
Do a little poll.
Yeah,
Yeah,
logo
go
one.
through the different choices on that one too.
Okay, logo one, which is budget podcasting with Clay, kind of a cool looking,
Tribal
colorful
looking
logo.
lettering and yeah.
That's one. Two, which is
I love that thing.
yeah, this one right here.
It's just simple. I don't know. I just like it.
And cover up number one with number three, the one that we've had.
Been using. Yep. Again,
Yeah.
this is another one I like because it's got the fancy picture, but the lettering is very simple. Some Woodford. He's going to drink some Woodford. He loves his scotch. I can't handle it.
You can't handle it?
Oh, no, I hate scotch.
I'm a whiskey guy. I am
Yeah.
a whiskey guy. I love me some whiskey. Matter of fact, that glass that you saw me drinking when I smoked those ribs
Yeah.
was the last bit of my whiskey. I got to go back out and get some more.
I like
So he liked three.
What?
He liked this one.
this one.
Just Evo likes this one. Yeah.
Hmm. I like this one too. I like this one, and I like the one that goes the little square one. Yep, that I just
Yeah.
love that one. I don't know. I like that. It just looks good.
It's simple. It's clean and
Mhm.
simple.
Hmm. And it's got the colors that I like.
Yeah. It was originally blue. I had to tint it to go to pink.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, we were talking about drinks. Have you had brown sugar bourbon?
Yes.
I
Yep.
love that. It's probably not a real good bourbon.
It's more of a candy bourbon. I
It
would
is,
say.
dude. And I'm a wimp with drinks because I'm not a big into like real harsh flavors, but I just love it.
I put it in the same category as say Fireball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Just not as thick.
Right. Fireball, I can't really do. Fireball is a mixer, not a drinking straight type deal.
Sorry, I have a human over here distracting me.
It happens. It happens. All right, guys. Do we have any more questions going on in chat? Anything at all? Anything about lighting? Anything about life in general? Anything about me and Clay?
We got like 12 more minutes. We'd like to hit our hour.
We'd like to. I mean,
Yeah.
if not, we'll end it early. I have no problem ending it early. It's been a long week, but I
been a
also
long-
like hanging out.
Long month this week.
Yeah. I like hanging out with you guys. You guys are why we do this show.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah,
I
my
definitely
favorite
enjoy
part
it.
of the show is when you guys have questions.
Mhm.
That's what fuels the show.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
Ooh.
Sorry.
Have you seen
But
all
yes.
those things where what is it called? I can't remember what they're called. Where they're using clips from songs and making it like exit lights, and it shows him as a stewardess on a plane showing everybody where the and then like
no,
the
I
next
haven't seen
one
those.
the next
haven't
one
seen
says
those.
enter night, and it shows like they're cartoon figures, and it shows a knight coming in on a horse.
No, I haven't got in. I haven't seen any of those. I've been off of like TikTok for a while because it was funny at first and I really enjoyed it, but now it's becoming too much. The Hawk Tua girl.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's too much now. Like it
Oh,
was
my
funny
God.
at first.
But today I seen the funniest one that it said do hawk tour.
I did see one the other day. that made me
Rammstein.
laugh. I did see one that made me laugh. It was the Hawk Tua girl with football shoulder pads on with spikes and face paint, and it said new member of the Legion of Doom, Hawk Tua.
Yeah, I just that one today, the Rammstein one, the first person I thought of, and I sent it right directly to him, was Bark, because he's always going Du Hast on his things.
I love Bark's videos,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. So I sent that to him right away.
Just Evo. Wait, is Just Evo the one who won
Yeah.
the Fine last week?
Yes. Yes.
Very cool. Congratulations, man.
And I did tell you the tank, right?
No, you didn't
Oh no,
tell me.
no,
went
not
with the
you,
tank?
Mike.
You
That was
didn't tell
Mike,
me,
right?
no.
Was it? That was Mike. Was that Mike and me?
That was Mike's show. Yeah.
Yeah, he chose the tank.
Careful, man. You're getting your shows mixed up.
Oh, it's so bad, especially after
This
this
is-
week.
Thanks, guys. Have a great night. Is it Chronicles of Clay?
It is the Clay Allen Chronicles. The Clay Allen Chronicles. There's the Clay Allen Chronicles and the Clay Allen Review, which I do reviews, but my reviews are slow because I don't have people sending me anything. So it's only when I'm buying something.
Right.
I can't just buy stuff to do a review.
Right. And since we have people in here, guys, I had a video that just came out today with this microphone, the F Deuce. Definitely go check it out. Check out that review. I thought I did a pretty good review on that one. That was one of my favorite reviews.
Yeah.
Maybe not my favorite mic, but it was my favorite review because I think I'm getting better.
Yeah. I love the toner, the TD510.
Mhm.
My only problem with it is, especially me and you, we both like having colored windscreens,
Yep.
and none of them fit that yet. So if anybody has any ideas of something that fits the toner TD510 that's colored, let me know.
I'm curious if the beacon ones will fit. They won't.
I have a Beacon one.
No.
I've altered it, I've cut it, but it doesn't.
It don't fit?
It's too big. Like everything
Hmm.
is loose on it.
Well, maybe one of these, the SM7B, maybe get some foam to go on the inside,
Yeah, I
some
could
extra
try that
foam.
and put it on there. Yeah, I could try that. I was gonna use it tonight. Remember, I said it was the toner or this, and then when you said
Yeah.
you were gonna use the 5-core, I was like, well, that's what I gotta use then.
Hey man, I love the 5-core. How do we sound, everybody out there? I'm curious because I'm not listening through YouTube, and I know YouTube has compression and stuff like that. I'm curious how we are. Boneyard Jeep, how's it going, man?
That is
How's it
a friend
going?
of mine.
Oh,
Yeah, that's we were starting to do one. We both had just been busy.
mhm.
Silent 8, we were doing a podcast on there. We had it on Spotify, YouTube. Yeah, he's up in New Hampshire. He's also I know Steve-O through Boneyard.
Oh, very cool, very cool. Welcome to the show. I'm Kevin. I have a YouTube channel called Back to the Retro Review. I do movie reviews, retro movie reviews from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s, and I do microphone reviews. So
Bruh.
definitely check it
Yep.
out.
Yep. Yeah, Boneyard. The name comes from his very unique Jeep. Him and his wife have matching Jeeps, and these things are huge. They're lifted. They're flat black with lime green lettering on them, and his says Boneyard. I think it says Boneyard Jeep, or just Boneyard. I can't remember. And then hers says Mrs. Boneyard.
The real question is, how many rubber duckies have you collected?
I don't think
That's the real question.
I don't think they've got the rubber duckies. These guys are like, well, they haven't been doing it lately, but they are real Jeepers.
Well, I mean, even real Jeepers, man. Like if they park their car in the parking lot, another Jeep owner will put a rubber duck on their freaking truck. It's a Jeep thing. It's
Oh,
a Jeep
man.
thing. See,
He
he
says
has one.
Yeah,
He has one.
nice.
He has one. All right. Hey, Aaron says we sound nice and clear here in the Australia. So
Nice.
our sound is bouncing all the way from America to Australia and sounding good.
Yeah, yeah. These are the 5-core retro style microphones. They're just cool looking. They don't
They
sound as good as the rest of our mics,
No.
But that's why you don't see them that often. But you're gonna see them once in a while because why not? Like you gotta display that.
And they're not bad. They're not.
No,
They don't
no.
sound bad. They're just a slightly hot. If that makes
Yeah, a
any
little bit of
sense
hot.
to anybody else. Yeah.
A little bit of plosives if you right into it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's why.
Like
it's
if you
off
notice, I am talking way past,
right past
this
it.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta
Way
go
past
past it. Yeah, it's out in front of me, but I've got to go over there.
Yeah. Yeah. If I say anything with P's, oh God.
Yeah, it's
God.
it's terrible. Yeah, they're bad.
Oh, that's bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they look cool and
They
they
do.
sound decent.
They
You know,
sound
they
decent.
sound.
With proper mic technique. They sound good.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very, very true.
And
All right.
I was gonna say Steve-O is going to sound pretty decent when he gets a hold of that tank
Oh, dude, you're gonna love the tank, man. I got one.
right
I got
there.
one right here.
Yep.
This was I used this mic for almost everything. I really did. Like I love the tank. And I don't know if you're going to use it in USB, if you're going to use it in XLR. But
I think he plans on doing USB mode, but I'm not positive.
USB mode, man, the mute button is a nice mute button. These knobs work very well. And this thing really is a tank. It's a heavy mic.
It's just like it's like
nice heavy mic.
the big brother to the K669. The
Yeah.
D.
And it's one of my it is probably my favorite mic, but the F Deuce is the new. I'm able to change the windscreen on it and all that stuff.
Does any of your windscreens fit on that?
No,
Nothing fits on it.
No, it's a little like no.
A little too big.
Yeah, and I know Mike puts that Rode one on there, but I don't like the way the Rode one looks on it. It looks chunky to me.
The
Like-
the pod mic one.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean I don't mind that. It does look chunky, but I don't mind that.
I see. I do. I'm a visual guy,
Yeah.
and this just has that clean. It has
Oh,
that
no, it looks-
Earthworks look.
It
This has
looks nice.
that Earthworks look to it, and yeah,
It's like a
nice
it's like a
mic.
black Earthworks.
Yeah. Set that down. But yeah, that is what we're using tonight compared to what I'm used to. Yeah, he USB is going to use USB.
Yeah, I think he's got the AM8 that I told you I had.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
I think they've got them both hooked up as through XLR.
XLR. The AM8 sounds great. It has a very good broadcasty sound.
does sound
very
good.
broadcasty sound.
I like it.
I think
The only thing that I didn't like is it's so huge.
yeah. Boneyard says you sound a little light compared to what he's used to. I'm guessing the bass, probably the low end is probably a little
It's-
higher than
Yeah, it's this mic. This mic is not, like I said before, it's not. They don't sound the best, but they're cool. And
They are cool.
They don't sound bad. It's just not as bassy and radio sounding as most of my mics.
It's not as refined, I would say.
Yeah,
I would say it's not as refined. It's not as
yeah.
I don't know, because a lot of people don't like a big bassy sound. Some people don't like a big bassy sound. So it's more, I won't even say these are balanced because they're not.
No, they're
They're
not.
just, they act more of like a condenser mic than they do a dynamic mic, even though they are a dynamic microphone.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes any sense whatsoever. I mean, I think that they sound more like a condenser than they do a dynamic.
Yeah. I usually keep this one on the this boom arm over here on the side. Or where I really like it is under that light so everybody can see it.
Yeah, it looks really nice.
Yeah.
I keep this one on this boom arm, and when I do microphone reviews, this is the one that I change out. I change this boom arm out.
Yeah. I see you
Yeah.
using this one a lot. I've seen you
I
use it
do.
on a couple of your shows.
I like to use it on my Back to the Retro show because it's a retro mic.
Yeah, exactly. What did he say? Oh, he said, yeah, the other ones are more like a late night DJ. Yeah. And I
Yeah.
like that. I like that intimate, dark, warm sound, you know?
I'm gonna hold
Go
on.
flip, yeah. Switch it around.
Something like this.
Oh
This is more of
yes,
an intimate, warm sound. Yeah.
yes. I like
This
that.
is the F Deuce. You are now listening to K669, the budget podcasting show.
I like that. That's funny. The douche.
The F Deuce. And I gotta tell you, man, for the price of that XLR mic, it's almost the price of the K669D. It's like $3 more.
Yeah. No, that's another good mic. Yeah, it's over here.
All right, guys. We
That is
did
it.
hit.
Yeah, we are.
We did hit the hour mark.
We
Thank
reached
you
the
guys for
hour.
watching. I love the interaction.
Mm.
I really do. Guys, something that you guys can do to help us out, that does not cost you a thing and it really helps us out is, just go in and hit the like button, hit that little thumb.
Mm-hmm.
You get that thumb. I like to say, give us a good thumbing. But I don't know. I don't know if Clay really cares for that term. So
I don't care. It sounds funny, and I'm really excited and happy to see Boneyard and Steve-O both in at the same time. We met Aaron. Haven't spoke with him before in the chat. What else?
Aaron comes
Cody Crusader.
comes from
That was a shock to me. That's my kid. That's my oldest son.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah,
Very cool. I'm
and-
glad he watched.
It was
Glad to
was
watch.
cool to see him jump in. I was happy to hear from Joe at Red Cabin Acoustic.
Hmm.
Who else? Word.
Eric popped in.
Eric popped in for a little bit.
Lonnie popped in to
Lonnie.
say hi. So I want to thank everybody who's not here. I want to thank everybody who is here. Thank you very much. All right, that does it for this episode of Budget Podcasting with Clay and Kevin. So for Clay, I am Kevin saying, if we don't see you again, thank you for being a friend.
Good night, guys.